Welcome back to Bound by Flame. We're headed back to the village. And actually, you know what?
I know this place. The village is not far away. To the right.
Yeah, we're gonna get some... Gonna get some blood so I can heal myself. Coward. Not what I meant to do. Where'd the other one go? Don't know. Okay. Come on, Edwin. You coming? Kind of glitched her there. Come on. Oh well. See you in the village. Oh, they have poison too. Oh man, I'm definitely gonna need to buy some blood. Okay, let's health potion.
Fuck me, Vulcan. Where were you? We were up to our necks in it. They're everywhere. We're holding this gate, but I think the others have been overrun.
Do you know where the captain is?
He headed for the center of the village. Sounded like it wasn't going well over there. You should go and help him.
Oh, well... Okay, I guess we were stuck on those other things. Because I thought this was the only way we were going to be able to continue forward. Oh well. It is what it is, isn't it? Oh man, I hate these things. I hope Private Bumpkin survives. Good job, Bumpkin.
The prince is on the move again, and he's not wasting any time.
The puppet he confronts, it is not like the others.
It's more likely to be the puppet master. He looks like a Deadwalker general. He's probably leading the assault on Valvanor.
All of this power he animates with, it belongs to me. It was stolen and twisted by your miserable magicians. It is time to take back what is mine by right.
If you're planning to take care of him like all the others, sounds good to me. Prince Arundel won't last long facing that kind of monster.
He is using more power than thou wilt allow me to deploy.
I can take care of myself. And here's my plan. I'm gonna come at him with everything I've got. Killing their general is gonna screw up our enemies big time. Let's go do it.
Okay. How the hell are we supposed to fight against that? I hope we don't have to go back to our save. And, do some of those other secondary missions to help fight this guy.
The prince is on the move again, and he's not wasting any time.
The puppet he confronts, it is not like the others.
It's more likely to be the puppet master. He looks like a Deadwalker general. He's probably leading the assault on Valvanor.
All of this power he animates with, it belongs to me. It was stolen and twisted by your miserable magicians. It is time to take back what is mine by right.
If you're planning to take care of him like all the others, sounds good to me. Prince Arundel won't last long facing that kind of monster.
He is using more power than thou wilt allow me to deploy.
I can take care of myself. And here's my plan. I'm gonna come at him with everything I've got. Killing their general is gonna screw up our enemies big time. Let's go do it.
How did that hit us? Hmm. I'm just thinking of what I want to do. I think I can beat him.
The prince is on the move again, and he's not wasting any time.
The puppet he confronts, it is not like the others.
It's more likely to...
All of this,
If your plan...
Yep.
he is using...
Yep. Well, if he glitches himself into this corner, it's gonna be easy.
I know not what thy father did to him, but he seems to want to take revenge personally.
Ah. Oh. I wonder if this would be easier. I'm gonna save here. But I wonder if this would be easier if I did these secondary missions. before I entered this cave. So I'm gonna have to go back a little bit and see if I can do these secondary missions first. Man, we lose that breastplate though. But hopefully we'll find it again. I kind of wish it would show you what missions that it's leading you to. Mind you, that's the temple, right? Mind you, even that sighting with that demon gave us a weakness to ice, right? So we'd theoretically be able to fight that general better if we didn't we found another way.
poor guys are dog meat. But their equipment still seems to be in good shape. Mason will be relieved that his men didn't make too much of a mess of their weapons and stuff.
You gonna be helping me at all? Jeez. What is she doing? Getting me killed, lady. Maybe now that I have the guards and everything up to snuff, and if I return the equipment, maybe they'll be better off. That's what I'm thinking.
I found your soldiers' bodies.
They were my best. I mean, it's sad. So, did you bring back their weapons? I know it's not pretty, but we need them bad.
Yeah, I brought you back their stuff. I just hope it helps the survivors.
Oh, I suppose it's better than nothing. I know I said I wasn't gonna pay you, but those lads won't be collecting their pay, so... Here, you have it.
Oh, good.
About those sentry guards. Is there some place in the village where I can get your men's equipment repaired without it costing me an arm and a leg?
Only one I know of is that ass blacksmith's forge. And just talking to him usually costs me an arm, 2 legs, and both me bollocks.
Thanks for the tip. Is there some place in the village where I can get your men's equipment repaired without it?
Only one.
Thanks for the tip. A barfly like you probably knows a lot about the people here, I'm guessing, huh?
Flattery will get you everywhere.
I'm going.
Okay, so what do I do to get the food?
What can I do for you, Vulcan?
Let's talk about your healing house. Where could I find some food for you?
Sadly, there isn't much choice. You have to go look. Perhaps he will be...
I'll
Okay,
take my leave.
let's
See you later.
let's go see what the steward has to say. I presume if we shore up his defenses, I'm sure he'll give us more food, right? Because you need a... I need to talk to the blacksmith.
So, you have returned. What is your desire?
Get that forge cooking. You've got work to do. I don't want to see so much as a dent in the guard's armor. And we need some weapons with edges that will actually cut something.
I don't even have enough materials to forge a single sword worthy of the name. Sorry, but if what you want were possible, it would have been done long ago. What's more, I'm not really a blacksmith. If you want an assembly line of weapons, I wouldn't count too much on me.
So, what is it you need?
Everything you can possibly bring me. Metal, leather, coal, preferably in large quantities. A dozen or so pieces of each would make a start, I suppose.
I'll take a look around and see what I can find. I'll get you something to work with.
Lovely. You've brought me a bit of everything, and that's the start. When you've brought me twice as much, then I can begin.
Are you kidding me? Twice as much? Why didn't you tell me that before?
You must be hard of hearing. Perhaps you should get yourself a horn for your ear. I specifically told you that this was just to start with. You've given me enough to begin planning, but nowhere near enough to equip the entire guard. I must have more raw materials.
All right, I'll get them. And if I find a horn, I'll save it for you. But I wouldn't count on me putting it in your ear. I'll get you something to work with.
Oh, that's perfect. You see? When you put a little effort in, you can achieve results. Now, go and fetch me the guard's equipment so I may begin my work.
I think I'll tell Mason that his men can haul their own shit up here. I've done enough running around as it is. If I came back here, I'd be tempted to invent a new alloy, made out of your own damn blood. I'll be back.
That's an excellent idea.
Tell your boys to go and see the blacksmith. He'll repair their armor and weapons now.
Finally, some good news. Great job. That fucking asshole has been refusing to help me if I won't go scouring for his raw materials all over the swamp, as if I was his slave.
Yeah, the nerve of some people, right?
Take this for your trouble.
About those sentry guards. A barfly like you probably knows a lot about the people
So
here,
what do
I'm
I do
guessing,
for the
huh?
food? Do I literally just go to,
I'm going.
do I literally just go to the steward?
I'll wait for you here.
Because she said about hunting it, right? But like we killed just about everything in the swamp, so.
Miss Vulcan, what brings you here?
Let's talk about work. I've got a few questions I'd like to ask about this village. We'll talk again later.
So once again, I'm stuck on the healing house quest. Look into what's happening to the East Swamp with Edwin. Okay.
Edwin, I need to speak to you.
What can I do for you?
I'm going to need your talents. Come with me.
You offer me what? Sword play?
Yep, got it. Okay, so what do we do for the food?
I'll wait for you here.
No. Why? Former Inn. Oh, that's where the elf is, isn't it?
It's frustrating. I feel complete.
Nothing.
Are you Aeolus's assistant?
I am. I mean, I was actually his deputy, to be more specific.
You and me need to have a chat. And I hope for your sake that I'm gonna like what you have to say. What the hell was your wonderful master up to in the swamp? Who is this Edwin? that he locked up there?
I don't know what you're talking about. He never said anything to me about the swamp, or locking someone up. Such things are not in the habits of our order.
You must know who this woman is.
Yes, of course. She's a witch, more powerful in the arcane arts than any scribe will ever be. Several months ago, we caught her trying to steal some ancient documents in one of the Order's libraries.
What kind of documents?
Very theoretical ones related to magic. To be honest, it's not one of my specialties, but they tell of the World Heart and the origin of the Ice Lords. The fact is that our master believed that she could be of more use to us doing research than in a prison. He made an agreement with her, and from then on, she's been our guest.
So why was the woman locked up?
I suppose that there's some connection with the agreement that she made with my master, even if I don't understand why things turned out that way. The way I understand the agreement, it stipulated that she could have access to all of our archives on condition that she help us with a ritual.
The one in the temple?
Yes, she helped to create the catalyst that you saw. Our intentions were noble. The ritual was to help us create a link with the World Heart, to break the ones the Ice Lords have made.
It didn't work out like you planned.
Indeed. I suppose that had something to do with her. She must have sabotaged the catalyst, so the ritual would fail. Now I realize that we should never have trusted the woman. Our master obviously understood that and was suspicious. That must have been why he locked her up, even though it's not at all like him.
Why was he trying to guard the secret to the point of threatening to kill his own daughter?
I don't understand it myself. He was a wise and good man who adored his daughter, even if sometimes he was overly demanding of her. That's what I thought, at least.
What's gonna happen now? What's gonna become of your order and our contract?
Our order will carry on as before, even after the deaths of our previous masters. As Aeolas is no more, now it is my turn to lead. As for your contract, it still holds. The sad fate that has befallen us, and you, does not change the terms.
And the Freeborn Blades always honor their contracts. Got it. Let's change the subject.
Vulcan, what can I do for you?
Can I do something for you?
Yes, you came by at just the right time. Our healer, Sylvan, needs help. Can you go help him?
I need your help. Tell me more about your order.
Before the war, our main objective in Creed was to collect and save all kinds of knowledge. We had a presence everywhere on the continent, and had chapters in every major city. We studied and preserved all possible sources of knowledge there. We also dispensed information and care. Because even though we're not the greatest magicians, our knowledge let us come to the aid of the wounded and the sick. I could of course relate our history in detail for hours and hours, but I doubt that is really what interests you.
With all the knowledge accumulated by your scribes, you must have learned a few things about the Ice Lords, right?
We do indeed know some of their secrets, and a good part of their history.
Anything we could use to fight them?
We thought we'd found a chink in their powers that our ritual was supposed to let us exploit. But you saw the result.
That's one way of putting it.
That said, I'm beginning to wonder if we haven't involuntarily brought about the conditions for their end.
I don't get you.
What you have within you could well turn out to be their doom. Even if I don't have the faintest idea of how or why. And unfortunately, as long as we don't know more about it, we also have to fear that it might lead to our doom, too.
I'll be going now. I just saw Liestis. Do you need help?
I think that my colleague has exaggerated my need for assistance. But there is actually something you could do for me. As you must have noticed, there is some kind of corruption in the swamp. It seems to be more concentrated in the north. If you could take some samples of the animal and plant life in the area for me to study, I could learn about its properties.
No problem. I was planning on going there anyway. I haven't found any more corruption extracts.
Maybe you've cleaned the corruption from the swamp. Oh well.
I have some questions I'd like to ask you. Did you know about Edwin?
Are you asking if I helped AOLS? No, not voluntarily at any rate. Our late Grand Master asked me to carry out a medical examination of the woman while she was still our guest. Of course, he wanted me to be discreet, so I couldn't really examine her.
What did you learn?
Apart from the fact that your friend looks like a woman, human and in perfect health, nothing.
So, everything's normal?
Apparently, but as I said, I wasn't allowed to examine her. Everything looks normal, which isn't exactly the same thing. To get back to your initial question, the only part I played in the story was to give our Grand Master a powerful soporific. He must have used it to capture her, but believe me, I had absolutely no idea who the victim was going to be.
Do you have any idea about what's happening to me?
I'm afraid I may not be able to help you. Your condition is more due to magic than medicine. Your symptoms remind me of certain mental illnesses, where the subject has the impression he hears voices in his head.
And do these nutcases throw fire and have eyes burning from within too?
You'd be surprised at what they can do. But obviously you're not like them. That being the case, if you study them, you might find some answers. In particular, I'm thinking of the fact that most of these poor madmen end up giving free rein to the darkest side of their personalities. Make sure that doesn't happen to you.
Can I have a look at your stock?
We're gonna be going out into the swamps anyway.
Tell me, is it true that you're the demolitions man for the Freeborn Blades?
That's right.
You know, while I can't really do any big explosions, I do know how to make a few traps. And I've actually been working on a new one, but I'm in the dark on a few little details.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, that might sound a little twisted. Using sharp pieces of scrap metal, such as nails or small blades.
That's not a bad idea. The basic idea is fine, but there's a good chance we won't find the stuff we need around here. But we could replace the tar with...
And do you think we'll get similar results with these new materials?
Maybe even better. A little messy, but effective? Oh, hell yeah. I'll give you a list of the stuff we need. I'll let you go out and find it all. We'll meet back up in a few hours and assemble it, okay?
Perfect. I'm still missing a few things I need for these traps. Next time, I'll try to figure out a recipe that's simpler.
Don't take too long. We're gonna need you here. Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What do you want to know?
So then, any result from the study of all these creatures of the swamps?
I have discovered a few things about the small chrysalids. They are much faster, but it seems that they can only attack from close up, using their pinchers. I also noticed that the medium-sized chrysalids were slower than small ones, but they, however, can fire tiny projectiles.
They both can.
I observed that the Rippers always hide inside objects, like a tree trunk, for example. They're quite slow and only attack from a very close distance. On the other hand, they can grab their prey and drag them towards themselves. The sickles have a power that depends on their growth. The biggest ones are the most dangerous. Up close, their attacks can be frenetic and extremely dangerous. They can also leap onto their prey. Have you discovered any new creatures?
I destroyed some kind of fungi or parasite. They're like a round ball that doesn't move, but if you go too close to them, they release a poisonous cloud. It's better to attack them from a distance. So then, any result from...
Have you
We did fight a creature that we called the Swamp Beast.
As you may remember, I was there and saw it with my own eyes.
I'm no expert, but it was bizarre, wasn't it?
Bizarre? What do you mean?
I fought with enough creatures to know how they move and how they behave. That one just wasn't right. It was as though it was already suffering before I even hit it.
I think you're right. I think it was already under the influence of several kinds of corruption. I think it was suffering terribly.
Do you think it was that corruption that killed everything all around?
Without a doubt.
So then, any result?
Have you discovered?
I saw some whip vines. I mean, I'm not very good at naming things, but that's how I describe what they do. When you go close to them, they whip out to strike you. See you later.
Okay. Well, let's go. Let's go explore the swamps with Edwin.
That should be enough food. We'll see what Miranda says when we get back to the healing house.
Yeah. Good, that's what we needed to do. Then we'll get the village all fortified and stuff. And then I'll probably still do the demon thing.
Edwin,
what can
I'm going to need your talent.
You offer...
Either that or I'll save beforehand again and then delete my old save. And go from there. Because, like, if there's another way where I don't get the weakness.
Here, I got those ingredients you wanted, and some things to eat as well.
This is very generous of you. I promise you this will save many lives.
What is the point? As useless as bandaging a corpse.
Perfect. Then I can begin passing all this out among the refugees. Here. This is to thank you for your efforts.
Thanks. You've got everything you need, I think.
Thank you for your help. But don't fool yourself. With all of these refugees, I never have everything we need. If you ever have any extra food or ingredients, I'd be happy to buy them from you.
I'll keep that in mind. You've got everything you need, I think.
Thank you for your help. But don't fool yourself.
I'll keep that in mind. How's your assistant doing?
Alas, there's been no improvement. He's awake, but reacts to nothing.
I'll take my leave.
Okay. So what's... So what's the other quest that it's wanting me to do? He wants me to talk to her about the steward, I guess.
What can I do for you, Vulcan?
I'd like some information about the village and its inhabitants. Who are these
They are the...
This seems like a lot of effort for nothing. Our resources could be put to better use. It's sad to say, but if these refugees can't contribute anything...
But it's not everyone, obviously. You're just as contemptible as...
What did you do
before the...
That's what everybody...
I come because the fact I was...
I've heard of it.
I wanted, then I Roan...
Let's talk about your... I'd like some info... I'll take my leave.
I have a feeling that we may have glitched out that that quest. Either way, let's
Vulcan, I do love our little chats, but should...
Captain, oh... I'm leaving.
Oh, actually...
Vulcan.
You wanted the free...
As long as we...
I'm leaving.
Okay, well, that didn't help. Okay, let's see about these other secondary quests, eh? They're looking for the,
You got some nerve coming to see me after you kill my husband! Get lost and don't bother coming back!
My respects, General, sir.
I want you to give me some intel about the village. Let's change the subject. See you later, soldier.
Let's see if we can get this side quest going.
I got enough. Let's take this crap back to the scribes. Edwin, I need to speak to you.
What can I do for you?
What is that?
I would like to ask you a few questions. What do you think about our investigation?
We just have to find this creature. We look east if our inquiries have been correct. Probably in a cave.
So, this demon is...
I can't say for sure.
To the world?
It's a
Okay.
For now.
So,
Thanks.
is she just leading us to the next part of our... of the story? Let's see what we got. Ooh. That's pretty good. Let's make some steel. I need to buy some tainted blood.
I'll wait for you here.
Okay, let's talk to the steward again. Try to get the... Like, cause what else are we gonna talk to the lady about? We've done all the stuff for her.
Miss Vulcan, what brings you here?
Let's talk about work. I've got a few questions I'd like to ask about this village. The healing house. It's a pretty good thing for your village, huh?
If you say so. As time has gone by, the healing house has drawn refugees to the swamps in ever greater numbers, and dissuaded some malingerers from returning to their families. When it opened its doors a year ago, the sense of relief was palpable. It was run by a couple, an elf doctor and his apothecary wife, who clearly were no strangers to the healing arts. Thanks to them, we were spared many plagues. But as the war dragged on, the endless tide of refugees continued to flow through our gates until we could harbor no more. 6 months ago, our worst nightmares were fulfilled. Our elf doctor fell ill and died. Since then, Mirana has soldiered on without rest, alone. I do not know how much longer she can keep going. The refugees just keep on coming. And I fear that poor woman is beginning to crumble under the strain. It's not surprising.
I talked with Mirana. She thinks you poisoned her husband.
That is totally absurd. The woman is losing her mind. Her husband died of a sickness, just as many others have died before him. The swamp is a hostile place, and not merely because of its fauna. The very air, the food, the insects, all are deadly here. The woman is bereft. Very well. Her loss was great. She believes I'm not doing enough for the refugees. Very well, that is her opinion. But she goes too far. If she does not cease her vile allegations, I will have her cast out.
That wouldn't be smart. For now, you've got the Red Scribes, but the refugees have only ever had Mirana to take care of them. If you get rid of her, all those people will be after your hide. Not to mention the fact that the Red Scribes won't be here forever. Prince Arundel or no, sooner or later, we'll be heading for Carol Thas.
Yes, Forgive me. I fear I allowed my frustration to voice itself. You are doubtless correct in your assertion. I suppose I should take the time to go and talk this out with her, as calmly as possible.
How come it's you that's running the show here?
What a question. Because, my friend, someone has to. You imagine I'm doing this for my amusement, perhaps? Doubtless you wish it was someone else. The Chief of the Watch has trouble organizing 3 peasants. Our dear apothecary is evidently keen to give succor to any and every poor soul who wanders into the healing house. And regardless of
you're
your
in charge.
reputation, the people of this village would never trust outsiders such as yourself, or even the Red Scribes. So yes, it is indeed I who command here. The one-time steward of the hunting lodge of Valvanor, now leader of this shithole.
Well, hell, I'm glad we got that cleared up. We'll talk again later.
So let's go talk to this guy.
Hey, Vulcan. I was looking for you. I need to ask you something.
What can I do for you?
Nothing, really. Just... what can you tell me about your new friend, the sorceress?
Her name is Edwin. I know that it might not seem like it, but I'm pretty sure that we can trust her.
You should learn more about her.
That was pretty much my plan, but why are you so curious about her?
Oh, I'm just being careful, cautious. I'm just keeping abreast, that's all.
I know little of the ways of elves. Is this their normal way of speaking?
I think he has a crush.
I'll let you know if I find out anything. How's it going with your new trap?
To be brutally honest, I haven't made much progress.
Got all the materials?
Yes, I have gathered everything you said to get.
Perfect. Now I'll show you how to assemble it. This looks pretty good. Maybe I should build some of these for myself.
I can't wait to try them out.
I'll leave you here.
Well, does that mean we have a new trap that we can craft? Oh, we need to hand that in too.
I found your corruption samples.
Excellent. I should warn you, my analyses will take time, so you should come back later.
Okay, I'll go then. I gotta go.
See if I can get this finished off.
What can I do for you, Vulcan?
I'll talk to the steward.
Let's talk about your healing house. You've got everything you need, I think.
Thank you for your help. But don't fool yourself.
I'll keep that in mind. I'd like some information. I'd like to see.
Oh, I guess that's lost then. Oh, that's right. We have cheaper stuff now. Let's sell. Let's sell some leather. I'll buy some tainted blood. Okay, let's see what I can make. Okay, well, that's all I can upgrade right now. Alright, well, I'm gonna end it here. We'll go back into the swamp and see if the story's what Edwin's looking for. No, we'll go and see that. I'll do that off camera, and if that is what it is, then we will save there, and I'll continue the next episode from there, where we'll try to go and explore a pathway forward. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye.